that location is key. These different aspects of care are not suited for every and anybody. Because when you come in on a tier 2 sponsorship, you don't want to come in and then have to abscond. Your co-workers are not your friends. Hello? You do not hear me? Auntie at the back. But do not overshare. Do not feel the need to fill up silence in the room when everywhere is quiet. Let the silence rule. Just let the silence be going like that. If you are planning to come into the UK to work 5 days in a week, 6 days in a week, 7 days in a week, you want to even work back to back, weekend, all join 24 hours, you do morning and night shift. Hello? Your body will tell you. You will feel it in your body. You will be looking haggard. Even the pants will not show on your body. Hello lovelies, and welcome back to the channel. My name is Omotola. If you're new here, you're welcome. Please consider subscribing and remember to click on that bell notification icon. That's where you get notified every time I upload a new video, which is at least once every week. Here on this channel, I talk about my life here in the UK, and I also give you sit-down videos like this, talking to you about how you can come into the UK as a healthcare worker and basically join the healthcare team. Alright, so in today's video, I'm going to be telling you some of the things that you should know before you start to apply for healthcare jobs and things to basically consider before you even begin your job search at all. Alright, so the first thing is that location is key. And I don't think that this has been stressed enough because a lot of people are applying for jobs without fully understanding what is at stake in terms of the implications of where they eventually settle and how their living experience is going to be based off of where they live and how, you know, the cost of living is in that particular location. Now, most people do not realize that the living costs here in the UK is not the same across the UK. I feel like that is very underrated because a lot of people don't fully understand the implications of going to an expensive region and living there and in hopes of, okay, there's availability of jobs. Most people think that jobs are available in the south of the UK, close to London. Yes, there are jobs in London axis and its environs, but the cost of living and the general cost of surviving in those places is generally higher than what we have here up north. This is something that you really have to consider. You literally have to sit down with the map of the UK and think of all of the affordable cities, counties, and, you know, places to stay here in the UK before you start throwing out your CVs. I feel like this will save people a lot of stress. Let's say the average healthcare worker here in the UK makes about £1,500 per month. Now, if you know anything about the UK and the cost of living in the UK, you will know that bills are a large part of what is the major stress for people here. And apart from the tax that is going to be deducted from your salary at the end of the month, from that 1,500, you're going to pay for your rent, your water bills, your electricity and gas. You're going to pay for your council tax, road tax. If you have a car, you're going to fuel that car. You're not talking about your groceries and basically eating for that month. The bills are a lot and you're going to pay these bills over and over and over again. Let's not even talk about family back home that you're going to send money to, your savings. These are things that will cause you to rethink this journey and where you want to stay, because it will ultimately determine how your living experience is, so that you do not come into the UK and now start, you know, expressing regret because of how much the cost of living is. So this is something to really consider if you are planning to come into the UK. It is a major aspect of the living experience and how you would basically get along here in the UK on that kind of a salary. Another point is to know the different aspects of care. I have touched on this in a number of my videos and people still do not fully understand what I'm talking about. There are different aspects of care, and understanding that these different aspects of care are not suited for every and anybody. You have the domiciliary care, which is also known as community care, where you go from house to house and you take care of people for a specific number of time. You also have the care homes, where you work in a particular organization and care for residents in a particular care home. They could be 30, they could be less, they could be more. You also have mental health care, which is also known as support work, and there are also different aspects to that as well. You could also be working in a hospital under the NHS and the NHS Trust. There are different aspects of care, and I should probably make a video on that very soon to help you understand the different aspects of care and understand the job description for each of these aspects of care, so that you know which one is best suited for you. Not everybody can do domiciliary care. Not everybody can work in a care home. Not everybody can do support work. And definitely not everybody can work in a hospital. So understanding the best aspect and category of care that you want to work in, that is suitable for you, that is sustainable. Because when you come in on a tier 2 sponsorship, you don't want to come in and then have to abscond or run away or change employer or be looking for how you're going to escape a deal that you have entered knowingly for 2 years, for 3 years, for 5 years. It will not be fair to people coming back, because that leaves a stain on, the country that you're coming from, because it will kind of make employers not want to employ people from that country. The next point is to know how and where to search. This is very important, and I've made several videos on this. Knowing how to search is a different thing. You need to have the requirements before you even start searching. You need to have your CV written up according to the UK standard. There will be a link in the description box of this video to use as a format if you want to write your CV. You need the basic requirement, which is the 15 care standards, and the list of that will be on the screen somewhere. You also need your proof of English test with a minimum of band 5, or you can opt for the NARIC if you have your first degree or your HND. As for the where to search for these jobs, there is a list of approved and licensed employers that can sponsor you into the country on a tier 2 visa. The link to that will also be in the description box. Go on there. A lot of people have been applying directly to employers and have been getting good feedback. This can also help you and save you stress on just applying randomly online. You can just apply directly to these care homes or hospitals or NHS trusts and get the response you need a lot quicker. The next point is for people who are already in the UK and for those who are coming in very soon into the UK as a healthcare worker. And this point is that your co-workers are not your friends. Hello? You do not hear me? Auntie at the back. Your co-workers are not your friends. There is a professional boundary that has to be maintained. There is a level of privacy and mystery that you have to create around yourself in order for you to preserve yourself in that place of work. A lot of people do not fully understand what I'm saying. I was also told by YouTubers before I came into the country, I've heard from people's experience, but until I saw it for myself firsthand, that you cannot be too friendly or too cordial with your co-workers. They are not your friends. Hello? You are there to work. Be civil, respect people, greet people, be professional about your work, but they are not your friends. Hello? They are not your friends. You will quickly understand it. You will understand it quickly. Be civil, talk, interact, smile when it's necessary, but do not overshare. Do not feel the need to fill up silence in the room when everywhere is quiet. Let the silence rule. Just let the silence be going like that. Don't feel the need to talk. You don't have to respond to every question. You don't need to be rude. You can be civil. So if you're a healthcare worker and you can relate with what I'm talking about, please help me advise people in the comment section. You cannot overshare. You cannot be too cordial. You cannot be too friendly. You can't be too open, too forward in the place of work. Maintain professional boundaries and the Lord will help you. All right, so the last and final point for today is that when you start working as a healthcare worker, please remember, if you are planning to come into the UK to work 5 days in a week, 6 days in a week, 7 days in a week, you want to even work back to back, weekend, or join 24 hours, you do morning and night shift, hello, your body will tell you. Body will tell you cannot cheat this body. And if you're coming with family, you are going to lose out on a lot, because if you're constantly working, you fill up all your time with work hours because you are chasing pounds, when you don't lose your family in the process. I know what I'm talking about. I've seen it happen, and you don't want to experience it. You will burn out naturally. You will burn out from working excessively back to back like that. Your body will tell you. You will feel it in your body. You will be looking haggard. Even the pounds will not show on your body. Hello? The best thing is for you to do your normal hours, go on your leaves, use your annual leaves, take time, relax, interact with family. If you see the way the indigenes work, you will wonder why we are stressing ourselves like that. But we know that we have responsibilities. And I'm not saying don't pick up overtime. I'm not saying don't do extra shifts. And why not? I do that as well. But what I'm saying is, do not prioritize work over family. You came here for a better life. Let it not be that you lost that in the process of chasing pounds. It's not a good story to tell. So if you are planning to come into the UK and you want to work, there's nothing wrong with that. There's dignity in labor. That's one thing you will quickly pick up here. Nobody will judge you for that. Work, but don't lose sight of what is important. Rest, get your strength back, keep in touch and stay in touch with your family. Remember to take care of yourself, and I will see you in the next video, you guys. If you have further comments, leave them in the comment section and I will do so to respond in good time. If you have personal questions, do well to reach out to me on Instagram. I will try my best to respond as quickly as possible. All right, guys, I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye, guys.